Good morning, Desert Edge. Welcome to Sting Time. I'm your student body president, Jocelyn Cardenas.
And I'm your student body activities director, Jordan Lakin.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and for a moment of silence.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for a moment of silence. Thank you. Now it's time for DETV.
Coming up on today's show, the cafeteria is getting into the Thanksgiving spirit. We'll tell you how.
And a new discovery may give some clues as to the origins of life. All that and more is coming up in today's show.
Welcome to DETV, the voice of Desert Edge. I'm Braxton.
And I'm Moravia.
We got some great news lined up for you today, so let's get to it. But before we get started, let's see what's for lunch today in the cafeteria.
And today's hot lunch is a special one. Thanksgiving dinner, which includes roasted turkey with mashed potatoes and gravy, cranberry salad, Hawaiian dinner roll, and your choice of pumpkin pie or pumpkin cookie. Also, tomorrow for breakfast includes biscuits and gravy with a side of scrambled eggs.
That sounds pretty good. I wish we could have pumpkin pie every day.
Me too, but the one thing we can have every day is a trivia question, and since next week is Thanksgiving, let's go for a Thanksgiving question.
Good idea. And today's question of the day is, how long did the first Thanksgiving celebration last?
That's a good question, Braxton.
Let's give the people some time to think of the answer and dive into the news.
And we do have news lined up for you, DE. Desert Edge Thespian Troupe 6843, in conjunction with the City of Goodyear's Fill a Need program, will be accepting donations of household items and toiletries to connect families in need with generous gifts during this holiday season.
Needed items include toothbrushes, toothpaste, dish soap, paper towels, paper plates, shampoo, body wash, cleaning wipes, laundry detergent, napkins, and toilet paper.
Please drop off any donations to Miss Royale in the black box located near the bookstore. Remember, the greatest gift is the gift of giving. Donations will be accepted through December 6th. There will be a free lunchtime arts cafe performance of appropriate audience behavior by Ian McWethy during the second half of Power Hour next Tuesday, November 26th.
DEHS Thespian Troupe number 6843 will be present this comedy about the do's and don'ts of being good audience member during the second half of Power Hour next Tuesday, November 26th. The show takes place in the Black Box Theater and will start as soon as the second bell rings. Just a reminder, the doors will not open once the performance begins. That's all we have for school-related news, but Axel Munoz has been working hard to dig up the best stories in the national and international news. Here's today's world news segment.
What are they doing?
Thanks, guys. I've been doing my best to find the latest national and international stories. Today we have a clue of the origin of life, a virus outbreak in a nearby state, and a National Stuffing Day on the World News docket. Let's get started. A team of scientists say they found sugars in meteorites that crashed into Earth billions of years ago. The discovery could give clues to the origin of life. The biggest discovery suggests extraterrestrial sugar may have been contributed to the formation of ribose. Scientists say that the materials help build proteins for our bodies. A Colorado school district has closed more than 40 schools after a highly contagious virus outbreak. The virus rapidly spread through its student population. It's the first time the school district has had to close all schools due to an illness. The health department says it is working to identify the illness, which is acting a lot like norovirus, and it lasts between 12 to 24 hours. Schools will reopen after Thanksgiving break. With Thanksgiving just around the corner, a holiday favorite is being celebrated, but not next week. November 21st is National Stuffing Day. Turkey stuffing is a traditional part of Thanksgiving dinner. The first known documented stuffing recipes appeared in a Roman cookbook. Not everyone prefers to stuff their turkey with stuffing. Others like to prepare it as a dish as you would a casserole, but that's usually just referred to as a dressing. I'm not a big fan of stuffing or even Thanksgiving turkey. My idea of a good Thanksgiving dinner is a dozen or so buffalo wings. Back to you guys.
Yeah, wings are good, Axel, but I do love a good turkey dinner.
But our football team are no turkeys, and Ryan has been keeping track of their schedule for us and is ready to deliver. Ryan?
Thanks, guys. I don't have too much sports news today, but I do want to remind everyone to get out to Buckeye tomorrow to support our varsity football team as they compete in the semifinals. The Scorps hope to put the Sting to number 9, Gila Ridge, in advance to the finals. The action happens tomorrow at Buckeye Union High School at 7 p.m. I know I'll be there sporting my copper and black. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Ryan. Our football team's defense should be a rock wall on Friday.
But now we turn to the site of one of the most famous rocks in America.
Vaughn is in the studio with an event that inspired our entire government that took place near the famous Plymouth Rock.
Today we will look back to 1620 when the first ever document relating to the United States was signed. This obviously was a big deal for the young colony. In 1620, the first document relating to the United States was signed. This document was called the Mayflower Compact. It was actually signed on the Mayflower. This document would be the outline of government for the new colony, which would later become the United States. Thankfully for us, the Mayflower Compact was signed and would later evolve into the modern-day United States Constitution. That's it for me. Back to you.
You've had some time to think of today's question of the day, which was, how long did the first Thanksgiving celebration last?
Did you figure out the answer?
I did. The answer was 3. The very first Thanksgiving celebration lasted for 3 days.
That's a lot of turkey. I can hardly handle one day of Thanksgiving eating.
Well, that's all we have for you today, Desert Edge.
Remember, you can send us requests, suggestions, story ideas, and announcements at detv2012@gmail.com.
But hey, did you hear the heavy rain last night, Arabia?
I did, and it made me think monsoon season was back or something.
Well, living in the desert, we always appreciate a good rain. Alex is in the studio now to let us know if we can expect any more rain. Alex?
It's been raining a lot this week, guys. If you don't know anything about it, you've been living under a rock. So for state temps, it's going to be a low of 17 in Flagstaff and a high of 37. Phoenix, Yuma, and Tucson are looking about the same. Lows in the 50s, highs in the 60s. And for the weekly temps, we have Thursday, which is today, we have a low of 48, and we're going to be in the lows of 40s throughout the week and going up to Monday. And we're also going to have a highs in the 60s. And then today it's about 60 degrees, and later on at 3:05 it's going to be 60 degrees still. And that's about it for today's Weather Desert Edge. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Alex. Until next time, I'm Braxton.
And I'm Arabia. Have a great day, Scorpions.